Alright, this is going to be a demonstration for how to use clipping mask in Photoshop to do the coloring. So, what we're going to be doing today is you're going to go on to Google Classroom, and it's going to be a new assignment I'm going to have you guys work on for today. So, so we're on Classroom here. Again, you just click on Classwork. Under the classwork here, we can just click on View Assignments here, so you guys can see a little bit bigger. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is you're going to pick and download an image to color in Photoshop using the clipping mask tool. So, just make sure to properly color the way that is presented in the video. This assignment requires organization and proper use of the program to effectively make the coloring easier in the program. So, basically today we're just going to be, coloring these pictures. I know it's kind of like a little elementary to do this, but, I feel like this is the easiest way to be able to properly learn how to color in Photoshop. I know this practice assignment that we worked on before. Some of you guys didn't really get too far into the coloring, or you may have got to the coloring though, but you didn't get super in depth with it. So, hopefully by the end of this practice that we do, and we're gonna spend about 2 days on this. You should be very comfortable with the coloring, and also I'm going to add a couple other things to make the coloring a lot easier to do. All right, so now there's a wide variety of different choices you have. Some of them are real easy to color. Others of them are a little bit more complex. So again, just kind of like pick which ones you or kind of think about like how comfortable you felt with the coloring, and just choose something that kind of like challenges yourself. But obviously, if you had a real hard time with coloring, then choose something simpler. But you can always feel free to do work on another one if you do finish early. So in order to download these images though, you just click on the images on Classroom. There's three dots up here for more actions. Most of you guys know how to download this stuff, but when you open a new window though, there's going to be a window where there's going to be a button you can click on that says downloads. So we're just going to download this. It's going to pop up down here or over here. So this is where your downloads folder is. So I always click on more in Finder. And again, Finder is basically where you can find all of your files. So under that downloads folder, we have my picture here. Now you don't have to click it open though, but I'm just showing you that's the one I'm going to use. So actually, I'm going to do the Pooh Bear one because I want to keep the video short. It's short and quick. Just show you guys what we need to do for today. So we're just going to click and drag this into Photoshop. Okay, so now we have the. Actually, you know what? Why don't we keep it consistent with what I have you guys do before? So instead of clicking and dragging into Photoshop, I actually want you guys to create a new document. So I'm going to do File, New, and for this picture, we're going to just do like a portrait. So we've been using the landscape size before, but we do like a portrait. So you go under Photo. You can do 4:6 portrait. So a portrait's like the it goes up and down, it's taller. Click Create. So we're going to create a just a new file document, and now what we do is we're going to actually just click and drag the picture. So we're going to keep things consistent with how we did it before. Click and drag here. Now you have your picture. Okay, so for the warm-up today, we should have talked about the process with how we transfer your drawings onto the file document onto the Photoshop. So the one step that we'll skip, that we don't have to do for these pictures though, is we click on Image, Adjustments, Levels. We would typically have to adjust the levels, but these pictures that I picked out though, you shouldn't need to adjust the levels. So we can kind of skip that step here. But one important thing though, when you guys work on the coloring, especially if you use like clipping mask, because you're gonna have like tons and tons of layers to work with, is you want to make sure to organize your layers. So we're gonna color this outline just so we know what it is. Now the reason why we organize the layers is because as we continue to work on the project though, there's going to be like a lot of layers that we're going to work with, and you'll see by the end though, there's going to be like about 5 or 6 layers that we'll work with. So outline, just remember your outline though, you want to change it to multiply, that way the white is see-through. Okay, and then on the bottom here, we're just going to add the color layers. So remember your outline's on top, colors on the bottom. So I'm just going to title this layer Pooh Bear. and I'm just gonna only color the skin tone of Pooh Bear. So I'm gonna go up with my swatches, Windows swatches. You don't have that open. This is just nice to have like all the colors laid out for you to use. I'm just gonna find like a tan color to use for now, and just the brush tool. Now, some of you guys may have like the crazy brushes that we used before, but you actually want to go back to the very top and click on this down arrow and just use like the hard edge brush. Okay, so I suggest using the hard edge brush because that's the easiest brushes to outline it. So, just like how you've done in like elementary school before, you're just going to color the areas. And again, if you mess up on it like this, you can always go to the eraser tool. And again, you might have to change your brushes back to hard edge again. And you're just gonna erase it here. So now I'm doing this all with the mouse right now. And again, just remember you can use the bracket keys, resize your brushes if you need to. Whoops, press the pen tool back. This will make it bigger. I'll make it smaller. I'm just using a smaller brush just to get the edges. So just take your time, color. Basically what you've done in elementary school before. But once we're done with the coloring part, though, that's when like the fun happens. So I usually just like to outline the edges, and then much easier to Command Z. And I'm just reshaping my brushes. But the fun parts can be like after we're done with like the coloring part. So I'm just gonna make my brush bigger, cover those big areas. Key is efficiency though. You want to be quick with this. You don't want to take too long. This assignment though, you don't really need the tablet. You can do this all with the mouse. Now there is gonna be like a certain way where you can blend with the tablet. It's like a little bit harder with the mouse, but I'm gonna show you a couple of different options you can do. Oops. Okay, so he's colored there. Do this real quickly. Yeah, just take your time with the